Hello there, young man.
Hi.
I'm Dale Reynolds, and I play Thomas Jefferson, and have since 1976.
That's quite an accomplishment.
Well, it's a lifetime of research, and work, and performance, and sharing. I love doing this.
You do?
Oh yeah, very much so. Well, Thomas Jefferson was a very conflicted man. He was a true genius. He was also a true statesman. Because he had a high-pitched voice, a slight stutter, and a slight lisp, it made him very self-conscious about public speaking, and therefore he wrote voluminously. We have over 20,000 letters extant in his handwriting. Now, I have a trained actor's voice, and that makes it a lot easier to listen to. But at the same time, understanding who this man was and what he stood for, that's my passion. It's what I want to communicate through my work. I teach a lot of 5th graders, 8th graders, 11th graders, not just American history, but the dynamics of the Revolution. I lived in a very, shall we say, adventurous time. The notion of democracy was beginning to be felt throughout the world, and yet very few places had enough background to actually allow it. We British colonists, as we were, a variety of Dutchmen and Spaniards and Frenchmen and Englishmen, but we British colonists had basically been allowed to govern ourselves. So when the time came that we said, it is time for us to have representation in the Parliament 3,000 miles away, King George III, whom I called a tyrant, and indeed he was, King George said, no, you may not have representation. We have 2 people who already represent your needs, even though neither of them has ever visited America. Still, they represent you. We said, we will have our own representation. He said, no, I'm your father. You will do as I tell you. And we said, well, we have children of our own. We are fathers. We will dictate our own needs. So we fomented a rebellion that was literally heard around the world. But when a person leaves, what I really hope that they'll have is a clearer sense of just exactly who this man was, and how passionate he was about his own times and about his own government, and so that we may copy those passions and make them a part of our political lives.